Hi, my name is Gilbert Bates and this is episode 21 of the 3 Levels of Mind. Today I want to talk about artificial intelligence, or AI as it's better known, in relationship to the 3 levels of mind. There are many data centers going up around the world, spending millions and billions of dollars on data centers. Now, the thing that we need to know about data centers from the 3 levels of mind is that they are intellectual only. They are purely intellectual. And that's represented by the blue area of the brain behind me. It's purely intellectual. It just gives you data. There's nothing very human about it. And then, but we also, in the 3 levels of mind, we also have 2 other levels of mind, the level of feeling and the level of sensation, that are very, very important in a human life. And there's absolutely no investment in that I can see anywhere in the world. And yet they are the best parts of being human. They give us our humanity. I'm going to quote Dr Iain McGilchrist here. He's a British psychiatrist who understands that we have a deeper meaning in our brains. If we look deeper into our brains at the different levels, we can find more meaning. But so he says about intellectualism is that, and I'll quote him, one of the reasons we are in a mess is because I think we have neglected our spiritual lives. I'll just read that again. One of the reasons we are in a mess is because I think we have neglected our spiritual lives. And we neglect that because our spiritual lives aren't intellectual in nature, and we've gone tremendously intellectual in our views. All our universities are based on the intellectual level of mind. Even when they talk about feelings, even when an intellectual talks about feelings, he's not actually talking in the feeling. So everything's intellectual. Now, Dr Iain McGilchrist also talks about beauty, goodness and truth. He realises that they're good things. Now, I have found my own beauty, goodness and truth by undergoing Janov primal therapy, where we explore the whole 3 levels of brain, and your beauty, goodness and truth is actually down here at the level of sensation. So my story is that I had a sort of view my life as a bit of a jigsaw puzzle. My early life, up until I was 50 years old, I could never make sense of life, I guess. I could never put my jigsaw puzzle together. Eventually my mind collapsed on me and I gave up trying to put the pieces together. So I went to Janov Primal Center in America and did primal therapy, and that explores the 3 levels of the brain. Now, so that created a different reality within my mind, but it also creates it's also a different jigsaw piece. So that when I started to work the jigsaw a bit differently, my life worked a lot better. The jigsaw works a lot better with the understanding from the 3 levels of mind. And even Dr Iain McGilchrist knows that we are neglecting that side of our lives, our spiritual side of our lives. Not our religious side of life, I'll talk about that in other videos, but it's our spiritual side of life that every human possesses. And that's what we need to complete the jigsaw of our own lives. But it's taken me 20 years to change my reality. So when you watch these videos, or you only watch one video, it's like I can only just give you one piece of the jigsaw. So I would ask that you just accept that even if your jigsaw doesn't look right, we'll just stick with it, and I'll give you more and more pieces of the jigsaw puzzle so that you can put together a different reality. If your reality's working all right, well then stick with that. But if your reality's not working, I can give you lots of pieces of a jigsaw puzzle that will make more sense. It certainly made more sense to me, and I certainly was able to explore my spiritual side, which is very important, which gives me the beauty, goodness and truth that every human should have. And that's what we need to be going forward as a human species, not as individual nations or individual religions or individual communities or whatever else, but as a humanity as a species, all going forward with the same ideals and the same intentions, and we'll only get that through the 3 levels of mind. These data centres, I just wish I'd forget about them for a few years and focus on the feeling centres, get some feeling tanks, get rid of the think tanks that getting us into so much trouble, and get us into feeling tanks, get us into our feelings and our sensations. That's where our humanity really lies, and that's where we need to go into the future.